dog? What up, dog? Welcome to Yeah I Said It Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Iceman. This the team.
What's the dealio? It's your man, Alio, a.k.a. Mastermind. You know what time it is. We in the building, y'all.
Y'all already know what time it is.
Uh-oh.
It's Smoke Dog in the house. Give these boys all the business. Giving them all the business.
Yeah,
Did y'all hear that dog sound?
this nigga
Terrible.
say smoke
Oh my
puppy.
God. Yeah.
Terrible.
They smoke puppy.
Yeah,
Smoke
yeah.
puppy in the
Oh,
house.
That's what that was.
Right.
Exactly what that was.
Right.
And it's your man's Young P, aka Mr. PR.
Oh,
Let's get it started.
man.
Let's do it, fellas. Let's do it.
Young.
Let's do it.
Man,
Let's
what
do
you
it.
say your name was again?
Smoke Dog.
Oh my God.
It got worse on the second time. You
Right.
saved the first one.
Get out of here.
Shit,
with
they
it.
came back with the smoke dog, dog.
Yeah. Well, before we get along with the show, we want to give out some condolences. Well, a condolences. Rest in peace to our good friend, Wendell Jordan. R.I.P., big homie.
Mr. DJ. Mr. DJ.
DJ Win,
Mr.
baby.
DJ.
DJ
Hey,
Win
Chief
J.
Light, yes,
Wendell Jordan. You will be truly missed, homeboy, my G.
Yes, sir.
And that's how we gonna do that. And this how we gonna end. And this how we gonna start the show. See, you got my mind going. I'm about to end it so I can go be around the family. Now that the playoffs started, which first round intrigues you the most? Which first round intrigues you the most? Starting off with you, Cool Breezy.
Well, since the first games has already been played last weekend, what's intriguing me the most right now is Milwaukee versus Miami. Possibly looking at an upset, 8 seed upsetting the number 1 seed, only if Giannis does not come back.
Okay, so that's what's intriguing you. Is
Yeah.
because that Giannis is gone, or was it intriguing you from the jump?
No, I think it's intriguing because that's another big moment in the NBA because not too many number eight seeds upset a number 1 seed,
Right.
and I'm looking at that as a possible upset because of just Miami tenaciousness on defense, and Milwaukee doesn't have their star player or go-to player to combat that.
Okay. What you got to say, Mastermind?
For me, I'm going with that Phoenix Suns and the Clippers. I want to see that Kawhi Durant matchup. That's what intrigued me. And that intrigued me from the beginning because I really wanted to see what Phoenix going to do if Ayton get into foul trouble.
Okay. You say if Aiden get into foul trouble?
Mm-hmm.
I got something for you. Hold on. Go ahead, Young P.
Well, America, we already starting to show off with people looking at my notes and whatnot. So I already know how it gets down. But
Already, huh?
yeah, already. So I was saying the same thing though, Clippers and Phoenix. But only twist is he said from the start, I'll give him that. After I watched the game, it intrigued me more. I think Ty Lue throwing some things at Monty that he ain't figured out, and it's gonna take them a while to figure out. So that matchup is intriguing me right now the most. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. You got something to say, Cool Breeze? Go ahead.
I got two things. Speaking on the Clippers and Phoenix Suns game, y'all don't think Westbrook is the X factor?
His defense is
He a
definitely
good
an X
factor.
factor.
Do you know to keep them energized whenever they feeling down, or like you say, a key defensive player, something like
His
that?
hustle, all
Yeah.
of that. Yeah.
Okay.
You got something else to say on that,
The
Mastermind?
X factor in that series, I think, still is Ayton. Because if Ayton don't put up a double-double, and it's got to be a strong double-double, Phoenix ain't going to come out.
I got a question, for you guys. Now that he's back, because I see like he's been injured, on and off, and a lot of people kind of forgot about Kawhi in a sense. But now that he's back and he's going up against another top scorer in KD, who's harder to check? Even though KD's, who's harder to check in you guys' eyes? Who's harder to check, KD or
To,
To
Kawhi?
me, Kawhi. To me, Kawhi harder to check a little bit just because his moves is kind of elusive and he can kind of get to the basket at will. And I think just in that he can impose his will a little bit more than KD can. And I think that's gonna be what we're gonna see throughout this series. Kawhi doing his thing.
What you gotta say, Mastermind?
I think the hardest person is KD. I think KD might be the hardest person in the league to check. Only person I think was two people besides him. I think it's Giannis and I think it's Embiid. But other than that, I don't not none of them.
Yeah, I think
Now,
I think I
Tyler,
think
take
it's
the
I
point
think
of
it's
view.
yeah I think it's KD
Yeah,
because KD can give you buckets from where.
Any angle from
If you watch Kawhi, he he has to get to his spots. His spots is where he get his points from. Like you know what I'm saying. Like most
But
good.
don't he get to his spots with ease?
But that's why I mean that's what he's in the NBA for. I mean that's like with 80% of
Nah.
NBA players
people can't
they
get
can
to
get
their
to when they
spots.
can get to their spots.
But
That-
everybody
that's
can't
winning.
get to their spots. He can get to his spots at will.
Yeah,
I mean, I just think
but
to me it's just
KD just got an arsenal. And he
it's
can give you
just
some-
it goes back down to the Suns.
Go ahead,
What
Master
is
Man.
overall saying with the Suns to me, they don't have a defender. That's just the whole thing. They just don't have one person. Every team, to me, in order to be a champion, you got to have a defender. You got to have.
Would be no, he not a defender down there, shot blocking
No,
that too.
you need a wing defender.
Okay.
You need somebody who you
Gotcha.
can because now you asking for either Devin Booker or Kevin Durant to turn into a wing defender, and you need them to be scorers.
Y'all don't like
no
that?
way.
Hold on,
No
one
way,
second.
Chris Paul.
Go ahead.
Knicks in Cleveland. That's not intriguing anybody.
I like
It's
that.
actually
To me, yes.
Okay.
It's definitely up there, but it's number 3 on my list as far as intriguing.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's your second
The
one?
Jalen Brunson.
What's the second one? Lakers and who?
No, Golden State and the Kings.
Golden State and the Kings.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
my second one right there. But yeah, the Brunson and Mitchell, you know what I'm saying?
That's up there.
Okay. Moving along. Who needs to show up and show out to help their teams win in these playoffs? LeBron versus Morant. Who's that? Trey Young versus Tatum. Randall versus Mitchell. And Clay versus Fox. Starting off with you, Mastermind.
Truthfully, all of them do, to be totally honest. I mean, just to be totally honest. But I kind of lean more towards that Clay versus Fox. I think Clay got to step up. We got to see a vintage Clay. He got to come back and show that he got at least some form of that D back in him. Because if he don't come with that defense, he's not the same Clay. Because we used to having Clay as a two-way player. I know the shooting stroke is always going to be there, but it's time to start shuffling them puppies. And I don't know if that knee injury is hindering them puppies from movement. So we're
Okay.
going to see.
Okay. Cool Breeze.
That was one of the key matchups I wanted to see. Even though that if you watch the games, they're not really on each other. But I'm gonna go with Julius Randle and Donovan Mitchell. I think just watching the games this past weekend, Donovan has to get everyone involved. It seemed like his mentality is I gotta get myself involved and everybody else can get involved as I get involved. And that's not the case when you're in the Eastern Conference, you know. So I think he has to get that Western Conference mentality, me
Right.
versus the world,
Right.
out, because other than
Right.
that, Cleveland going to get swept by the Knicks. So I'm interested to see what Donovan going to do to step up over the Knicks and Julius Randle.
Before I get down in there to you,
predicted it.
young P. Before I get down there to you, as you can see, as you just mentioned, you don't want him to act like who? He was out there and where? In Utah. I told you boys that at the beginning. If he get to acting like that, no. So hey, Donovan, slow your ass down.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell y'all something that nobody ain't really peeping. Donovan's just that style of player. Donovan ain't no get people around him make nobody better.
All right. That's why they're gonna lose. They got a system. Hold on.
Two bigs, man.
Let's get young P. Let's get what you got to say, young P.
You know who I went with? I didn't
Uh-uh.
even go with a matchup. I just went with straight up Trey Young, and the reason why I went with him because they not winning unless they not beating Boston at all. They pretty much gonna get swept in my eyes. And unless Trey Young step up gigantically, Murray, all them step up, it's over. So that's why I'm like Trey Young got to step up the most.
Yeah.
Okay. Trey
They're
Young.
not winning at all. Atlanta not coming out the first round.
Okay.
Yeah, I said a moment
Go
for
ahead.
Trey Young.
Go ahead. Yeah, it up. Go ahead and yeah it up.
Say it in.
It's time to trade you, buddy.
Uh-oh.
Time to get you out that Atlanta atmosphere. See, it's that hip hop environment. You starting to fall into that same John Morant stuff.
Okay.
They just ain't caught you with nothing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to tell you business like I know nothing and none of that, but that's what your problem is.
Okay.
Stop thinking you the greatest in the world. You good, but you ain't Steph Curry. So get it together, buddy, and then accept Murray. That's what he there for.
Right.
Right.
And if you don't, the coach gonna make it Murray team.
Right. So, cause this what I got to say about it, fellas. Against that LeBron versus Morant, the key thing is Lakers keep doing what y'all doing. It's a good game plan. Walk the ball up, get your sets going and all that, and play good defense. You can't let Memphis run and gun and set it up, because then young boys will run you like how Sacramento doing
Golden State.
Golden State. And then for the Trey Young Tatum situation, I'm with Mastermind.
It's time
Hey,
for them to go.
it's time for him to go. But what I would do for right now, Murray, you got to play my point guard.
Mhm.
Trey Young, I'm gonna put you at the 2 so you can free up yourself and hopefully you can be a better player. You know what I'm saying, that way. But other than that, that's how I'm doing that situation. The Julius Randle and Mitchell, I'm going with Cool Breeze on that. You acting like you in Utah, homie. You got a system down there. You got some great players and Mobley and the rest of them boys. Get them boys involved, and y'all can do something. And then for the Clan Fox, it ain't even that. Poole, you got to start scoring. Uh, Golden State, you too small right now, and you need some bigs, and y'all too slow, and they too Fox and Monk too fast for Clay and Steph. So
I don't understand. See, that's what the whole.
go ahead.
That's what I thought it gave Jordan Poole an extension for it. All these young cats that's fast and all that. We got you for that.
All right.
But apparently Jordan Poole, the judgment is in. You have no defense, buddy.
All right.
You can only shoot. That's
None
it.
whatsoever. But I got a I said a
Go
moment.
ahead, yeah yourself up, baby.
I got a I said a moment. Dylan Brooks, what are you going to do? You guys was down by 3 points when Ja went out with the wrist injury. Here it is. I look
You
up.
talking about Baines or Brooks?
No, Dylan Brooks.
Okay.
Dylan Brooks, the one who be
I know you're
chirping
talking
all the
about
time. The one who be chirping
No,
all the
talking
time.
he
Supposed
played-
to be the villain of the NBA.
Go ahead.
What are you gonna do? It's your team, sir.
You
It's
expect
your
him to score?
team, and all I know is
He wants to lead the
AR-15.
score
All I
from
know is
Ja.
AR-15. He emptied the clip on you, buddy.
Yes, sir.
I'm just saying.
Man, y'all killing me giving these
Mhm.
people nicknames.
Say the
Matty
AR-15.
Ice. Don't let AR-15 turn into Matty Ice. I'm just letting you boys know. Don't forget about that. Now.
Saying,
Don't
Austin Reeves got the Jeremy Lin moment going on.
Hello.
Yeah. So
Somebody
anybody got
smelling what the rock's cooking, huh?
moving along? Anybody got something else to say on that? Or we good?
No, we good. We good on that.
You good? You good? You good, young P?
Yeah,
I see
yeah,
on
I'm
your
good.
notes down there.
Yeah. I just don't know if I agree with Dylan Brooks stepping up and being the scorer for them like that. But
Okay.
But before Giant, it was Dylan Brooks' team, though. Dylan
I
Brooks
feel what
leading
you're
them in
saying.
scoring and everything.
I don't see that. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
ugly. Somebody got to step up.
Who you think will lead the NBA in playoff scoring in the first round? Starting off with you, young P.
So of course I got to go back to being P 2 times, baby. P 2 times, and I'm going between Kawhi Leonard and I'm going with Donovan Mitchell. And if I had to just choose Donovan Mitchell, like y'all said already on the show, he finna go for all of his. So he trying to go for 40, 50 every night. So I think Donovan Mitchell gonna end up being the first. Be having the most points coming out of here. But the only reason why Kawhi might get him is because the series probably might go longer.
Go ahead, Cool Breeze.
Wrong answers.
Okay, well, come on with it, then, big fella. I say it with your
I've been
chest.
screaming his name since the season started.
Fox.
That's right. He almost averaging 40 in 2 games.
I'm listening, buddy. I'm listening to the show.
That's what I'm just saying. I'm talking about
Listening
Fox right now. Deep Fox, baby. I see. I've been.
Kawhi not have 38.
I've been preaching to these guys.
Kawhi not have 38.
Kawhi ain't gonna get 38.
No more. Okay, I just asked.
He gonna get 30.
Before I pass it down here to Mastermind, I'm going to throw a name in there that might shock you all. And I'm going to say Jared Jackson. Only because if John Moran is hurt, they're going to have to keep feeding him in that low post. And hopefully he don't get in foul trouble. Because I know we all got Kawhi. I got him on the list too, and Donovan Mitchell. But I just threw that name out there so it'd be something different. Go ahead, Mastermind.
I'm going with old reliable, baby.
KD.
I'm going with JT Money, baby.
Jason Tatum.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mr. Poison Clan himself. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
He gonna bust you from all over the place.
Yeah, that's a good one there.
Shout out to JT Money though down in Miami, the real one.
Yeah.
But anyway, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, shake with your oh.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah. So but yeah, I did have Kawhi also because I know he's gonna have to keep scoring against that Phoenix team to keep what's name the
But
Clippers in the game.
don't
You know,
sleep on Embiid.
Cause him and Durant gonna have to be going back. Yeah, and B gonna be putting up his points. I got Donovan Mitchell also on here because he's gonna do the Utah thing like how you were saying, and then that's why we all had those. I just do Jared Jackson there, just throw some little
Yeah, that was a little
little
spice
gas
to it.
on that. Yeah.
That was definitely
You
some
know,
spice
yeah.
to it.
But you don't think them double teams on them big gonna slow him down, slow the points down just a little?
I mean, it might.
I mean, he gonna do what he do because he handling his business on the
It
double
might,
team.
but
But I think
wait to the next round.
somewhere,
To the
look,
next
now, I ain't
round.
gonna lie to you. Somewhere, Brooklyn gonna get tired of that double team and stuff and just think we gonna outrun them. And that's
Okay.
when he gonna start doing what he do.
Man, they ran out of gas.
Do
Yesterday.
y'all think that Brooklyn is showing some type of way for the other teams to guard them in the next round or something? Or they not gonna double Embiid like that or nothing?
I think every time if you try to double Embiid, Doc gonna counter it by putting him up to the free throw, where everybody keeps screaming. That's the hardest spot to double from.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So that's why I say I think that it's gonna be kind of hard to start doing that.
You know what? I watching the game last night, or you know what I'm saying. I
Mhm.
just think Brooklyn ran out of gas, man. They just got tired midway through the third quarter.
Them boys that came over from Phoenix doing that.
All that trade, that trade looked
Yeah.
good for Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. They
That's
look like they.
that Phoenix wing defense, Cam Johnson and
I
Mikal
know.
Bridges.
Oh yeah, them boys.
I know that. They traded away the whole D. I know.
Okay, let's move it along. What tier player do you think Jaylen Brown is? Max or Super Max? Starting off with you, Cool Breeze. What tier?
If he decides to stay in Boston, Supermax. But if he decide to test the free agency, Max.
Okay. What you got to say, young Pete?
I was going straight max. You know what I'm saying? I love him. I love his game, but you're not a super max. You're definitely a max player, though. We're gonna make sure you get some coins, get some dividends out here in these streets. But we're gonna leave it at max for you right now, big fella.
Okay. What you got to say, Mastermind?
It's unanimous. Everybody said the same thing, baby.
What's
Max?
Max?
Yes, sir.
Mm.
Yeah, if he stay at Boston, they got to make him a Supermax.
But y'all still saying Max even if he stay at Boston, right?
That's me.
That's what I'm saying.
If I'm a general manager or team owner, I love you to death. I might give you a nice little signing bonus, but that signing contract gonna be max. It's not gonna be that super max. I'm not giving you that.
I'm not
Okay.
giving you that.
My thing is this. I'ma say he's super max. My thing is this. Whatever you giving Tatum, you damn near got to give him damn near. They're the yin yang. They're the yin yang twins. Flat out.
Damn near part is what I'm at.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying.
I'm not getting you super though, but I get you damn near.
If
But
what's name get 220, he should get at least 200, 210.
Yeah.
Because my thing is this.
They backcourt is like Golden State.
Because my thing is this. What I'm about to say was this. Remember, they were trying to get KD.
Yep.
And now, if they would have got rid of
Jaylen.
Brown and kept Tatum, wherever they'd have won, even if they'd have won the championship, or if they'd have went to the Eastern thing and lost whatever.
Right.
Okay. You'd have got the same thing if you'd have traded Tatum for Brown and hooked him up with KD, in my opinion.
Right.
I believe they the same type of player. And like you say, you look up, Tatum's just the face. When you look up, he be having 25, 26. You look on the other side, Jaylen Brown be having 28, 29. They be neck and neck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They the
It's just
yin
what's
and the
name.
yang.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yin
saying.
and
It's
the
just
yang.
what's name the face of the team. I understand that, and like you say,
Is Jaylen Brown ball handling skills there?
I think they're
Because
kind of equivalent. I don't think
yeah,
Jason's okay
yeah.
because last year in the playoffs he couldn't go. Remember, we were saying he couldn't go left. Remember, we were saying that a lot. And then that one
I think
series,
they handles about the same.
Yeah.
I think they kind of.
and what's name more aggressive too.
Oh,
I think Brown a little more aggressive
I
than
think,
Brown.
that's
I'm
the-
talking about as far as going to the hole. I
Brown
think Tatum
has the
settled.
toughest assignment.
He does go be a little more aggressive going to the holes
Yeah.
and Tatum at
Tatum
times.
settled for that jumper too much.
yeah, but I think because that's pure, it's a better shot. He
Oh,
got a
okay.
better shot than what's the name got. I
Might-
think just my opinion. To me, I'm going with Tatum over Brown. That's just
Yeah.
me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just
Now
to
I'm just
me
talking about the
Tatum.
money. They both to me. They like say
Oh no,
I pick
money. I
both
got
of
it.
them if they out
Money.
there.
I'm rolling with Tatum. It seems like to me Tatum got something about him. He got that one hit. I mean, I see Jalen Brown. He got game. Don't get me wrong. I don't seen him carry him when Tatum was falling off. I did see that, but it seemed like night in, night in, night out is Tatum.
Yeah, because I got to feed you the ball like that. That's like when it was Steph and Clay. They was like that. One of them you got to get the ball more too.
Yeah, I
You,
mean,
you know, and like you say, when I pick you ahead of everybody and you that first pick coming out of Duke, hey, it got to
yeah.
go through you.
I mean, yeah, I agree with that.
So,
I know the rankings say that too, but
yeah,
I think the skill level say it also.
to the
Because Tatum,
scale, they equivalent on my behalf.
I don't
You know
know,
what I mean?
Tatum.
What y'all thinking down there?
If he, like I said, if he stay in Boston, he should get the supermax and Tatum should
What
get
you
the
think
supermax.
about the equivalency
Skill level,
of their
Yeah.
game?
I feel like Tatum is just a slight better than Jalen. Even though I loved what Jalen be bringing to the game, definitely, like you said, he can hold him down when Tatum ain't having that good of a game. He know how to go be aggressive down in late in the fourth quarter. Jalen sometimes be is what get him over that hump is Jalen, not necessarily Tatum. But I still think Tatum just got him a little bit.
Right, right. No, I do agree with that. I do agree that Tatum is a slight better, but what I'm saying is this: I'm not getting nothing from Tatum that I'm not getting from this guy. There's nothing. I'm not getting no different. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You know how it is. If you was an owner or something, or
I
just say
believe
you
this.
worked at a plant or something, hey, if you got a guy giving you 40 hours a week, and that this guy want the 25, and then you got this guy that's gonna take the you know what I mean, the 750 and give you the same hours and all that, where you going?
I figured it
I
out.
mean,
I
yeah.
figured out. I figured out what mine
Give
is.
go
It's
ahead.
just me.
Go ahead,
I
man.
believe if I need a guaranteed bucket, Tatum gonna give it to me. I don't know what Brown might do. I think Brown might try to think I got to go to the hole. I got to. Tatum know I'm going to my go-to. I might give you the step back. I know I'm giving you a bucket. All I need is one. I think Brown might try to get offensive charge. Any of that.
Got you.
Too focused on that.
Yeah.
Got
Yeah.
you. Got you. Anybody else got anything to say before we move along?
No sir, no sir.
Okay, okay. If Memphis beat LA, will John Morant become the face? Or if Lakers win, will LeBron remain the king? Starting off with you, young Pete.
Ah. So I'm gonna say this. Yeah, I said it. It don't matter. If they win or lose, LeBron's still gonna be the face of the league. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just for a couple different reasons. One, I feel like it's too soon for people to forget what Ja did this year. You know what I'm saying? So the only way you can really erase their memory is he down there got to go for 40 every night. And right now he already sitting out with a hand injury. I mean, I'm almost positive they said he's back for next game, but you already got one strike. You already one game in and you're already down one. So I think no matter whether you win or lose, unless you go for down there 40 every night, next year LeBron is still the face of the league, not you, Jot. Unless you show me something that you're going to do 40, 50, and I don't think you got 50-point games every night in you, no, sir.
Mastermind.
I say LeBron still. I say
Still.
LeBron still because I think LeBron them gonna win that anyway, and I think Ja just is causing a little too much controversy to be the face of the NBA.
Okay.
If he can get a little bit of his off-court antics together, he probably got a chance at it. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't know him personally, but I don't see no changes. You know what I'm saying? I guess there's some changes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's just the off-court antics that's really kind of hindering him. And then he leading his team. Don't get me wrong, but they don't look. To me, I don't know what it is. It's like they still missing something. I can't put my hand on what it is exactly, but they still missing something. I know Steven Adams is definitely a big factor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He is like probably the biggest factor because, yeah, I said it. If he was there, you're done, LA. No LeBron, no none of that. You're out of there. Especially Ja was healthy too. You're done.
Yeah, because he'll be killing AD down there on them
Yep.
boards. What you got to say, Cool Breeze?
So I'm gonna say I'm gonna do a little P2 times one time.
Get it in.
LeBron will be the face until he decides to step down, no matter win or lose. He will be the face. One, He just LeBron. And he been doing it for so long. But if these boys sweep Golden State and he averaged over 35 points a game next year, or let's say a
You
grooming.
about to say Fox, right?
Yep, I'm gonna say grooming. Have y'all heard him talk?
Yeah, no, well spoken.
Yeah. Have y'all heard him talk?
Yeah.
He's
He got it. He got everything.
yeah, he has
He's
it.
articulate, huh?
If they sweep Golden State, watch the grooming start to take place.
Oh,
He may not end up his career in Sacramento because they may try to force him to go to a bigger market. But watch.
I don't see that happening because he's still in that West Coast market. And then just remember this: they might make him the new Steph.
What if Memphis beat the Lakers without Ja?
Still LeBron.
Still
LeBron until he
LeBron.
retire. My opinion.
Yeah, it's still LeBron.
That would be.
retired.
I'm gonna tell you, that would be a hell of an accomplishment if Memphis beat the Lakers without Ja and Steven Adams. That'd be a hell of an
They always been playing good without Ja.
Right.
Now I want to say something about that face. Since the league always they want you kind of squeaky clean, right?
Yeah.
Now since everybody really can't stay healthy or they getting kind of hurt, wouldn't this be something? It would, like you say, LeBron retired when their son or something coming in and they pass the league down to Bronny. Just a little, just a little something to think about.
Yeah.
You know what
You
I'm
never
saying?
know.
Yeah.
They got a better shot at Bryce.
yeah, Bryce that deer.
Bryce got a better shot
Yeah.
at that title.
Yeah, one of them. I give it to one of them. So, yeah. Anything else on that?
I'm gonna say this though,
Go ahead.
man. The face of the league, if it nobody don't step up, it's gonna be Giannis. It's gonna be Giannis or Luca.
I just don't think they're ready to give it to a foreign player.
It's gonna have to be because
don't
them the
think
only
that?
ones that's gonna be relevant if you look around. Or Tatum, if he pull it
I
off.
say Tatum.
Tatum got a good shot too, but I don't know.
Okay, let's move along. As of today, sources are saying these three are the choice candidates for being the next head coach. Kevin Ollie, Jawan Howard, Jerry Stackhouse. What you got, Cool Breeze?
Um,
Don't tell the truth.
I'm gonna go with Stackhouse.
Oh,
If I had to pick one out of the three, I'm gonna go with Stackhouse. Just because watching him what he did at Vanderbilt, and well, I'm sorry, he's still at Vanderbilt University. He has done a lot with nothing. Not taking away from the college kids that's balling for him or none of that, but he doesn't get the talent like some of these top tier college teams get, like Duke, Kentucky, Michigan State. You know what I'm saying? So what he has done with them, I can see that transpiring into becoming an NBA coach or possibly the next Detroit Pistons coach.
Okay. Well, I'm about to give it down here to Mastermind because I know he probably want to say something about Big Ten, SEC, Jawan Howard, something. I don't know. I'm
Stop that foolish. Don't
I
start.
wouldn't give it to none of them.
Okay.
I'm talking about not even my man with the name say, get out of here. None of you guys ain't getting a job. Can you guys say Udoka?
Man, stop reading
Good
my
plan.
paper verbatim, though.
These boys
just-
is out here wasting time.
Hey,
Stop reading
You
my
wasting
paper
interview
verbatim,
time.
though.
You are,
Udoka because they
Stop
they get
reading
these
my
three.
paper.
no,
Maybe they can win a cheap route. I don't.
no. See, that's what I'm talking about. It might be fake news what we're reporting. On. We don't know.
That too.
I'm not doing
I think
this.
that too.
Donald Trump.
I think
Hey,
a little fake news going on right now.
Maybe fake CNN.
I think so.
You got to say, young
That's
people,
what I'm
the fake
talking
news.
about. I ain't
You
doing
know,
that.
Say your fake news.
Yeah. It's definitely. I feel like it's fake news. 'Cause, last I checked, they was talking about Udoka. They was
Yeah,
trying to
that's
figure out how to
what I
get
heard.
Udoka in town. So
I
I
heard
don't know.
Udoka. I heard some.
I don't even know what
I
none
heard
of these
Kenny
names
Atkins
came up.
I heard Kenny Atkins' name being threw out there. I ain't heard none of these guys.
I definitely heard of Kevin Ollie name being in the mix. But if I had to pick between all of these, which I hate because ain't none of y'all should be the head coach.
Not NBA yet.
Not NBA yet. And I'm sorry, I'm a Michigan fan, but Jawan, hell no. You know what I'm saying? You need to do better. You got to do better in Michigan first before you even see the NBA. We got to do better in Michigan. I give you Jerry Stackhouse doing a little bit better, but I would probably go with Kevin Ollie. At least you won a championship in college.
Somebody else's team.
Man, if I go with
You won a
Kevin,
college. You once you won a
I
championship.
believe if you go with Kevin Ollie, you basically keeping the coach you got now, Dwayne Casey. You know what I'm saying?
I already said I don't even want none of them.
You got to go
I
with
don't want none of them.
I
go with
like
a young
Atkins
man.
because he over there with Golden State,
Yeah,
right?
Kenny
Yeah.
Atkins.
And I tell you something else, like you say, you know how it is when you get to winning. So next year, look for people starting to look at Sacramento, trying to strip that team.
Strip that team,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? And then if Memphis don't get to winning, you know how it is. People coming for them, like how they did some of their players already. So
Nobody don't think Mo Cheeks ready.
that's
How
a
many
good one.
jobs he need
That's
to
a
be
good one.
ready though?
I'm just asking.
He might like staying in the system. Who knows? But
So
no,
he
that's
might.
a good one.
Yeah, that's a
Have
good
you ever
one.
put his name in the pool?
That's what I said. I don't know.
I don't
All
know.
right.
But he been
What
head
about
coach like
Sam
3-4
Cassell?
times though.
That's what I'm saying. I did hear Sam Cassell name being
Oh,
mentioned.
yeah,
like you
I
said?
say what about Cassell? Yeah.
Give him a shot, yeah.
Nah,
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. I think that might be a good choice.
Sam
I
Cassell.
Go
think
ahead.
Sam Cassell might be a good choice.
What they saying?
The reason why I say Sam Cassell might be a good choice, Sam Cassell gonna hold them boys accountable.
I feel
And
like
he
that,
ain't
too.
buying none of that nonsense. He gonna go old school when it come to that.
Who would you take, Cool Breeze? I
I
just
like,
think
I
about
like,
this.
I like the Sam Cassell. I
I'm
like
saying
the
Cassell.
Sam Cassell.
Like saying Cassell, but
Yeah.
out of these names, you say you take Kevin Ollie or Stackhouse.
Out the
Oh, out the
three,
names.
out the names, I would take Stackhouse.
Okay.
If I
But
got-
then for the what's name, just periodically, you say you would take.
Sam Cassell or Udoka.
Okay.
One of
What
them.
about you, Young P?
Yeah, definitely. I'm still going with Ali out the three if I just had to pick, but I like Sam Cassell, and I wish, you know, who else I think would have probably been good, and I wish he would.
Who was that P 2 times?
Damon Stoudemire. I would have probably wished Damon Stoudemire gave him a shot, Damon Stoudemire. But I know he down in college, Georgia Tech right now. That's why I'm like, I wish he had to stay.
What you got, Mastermind?
Damn, out them three, I'm gonna shock y'all. Out them three, I think they might. Out of them, if I got to, I probably would pick Juwan Howard, just because he did sit up under Pat Riley for so long. And I believe that he can got a little bit of bond with still some NBA players, so he might get a chance to draw some free agents to come over. And he gonna have to call Pat Riley for some more schooling on them X's and O's. But besides that, I
Spoelstra,
might if I
right.
gotta pick that, if I gotta pick out of that. And I was just gonna mention him. Spoelstra might be a good candidate too.
Is what's name still in business or he threw for good, George Carl?
I don't
I
know.
don't know. See, George Carl might be a good name. But see, he might be too old school. He might can't
The
reach the
reason why I
players
say
no
that,
more.
I believe, like I be saying, I believe if some of them old school coaches come, one of them will win with one of these teams. Just say for a team that need to get over the hump, and the team wouldn't got just say I know he too old, but just an example, like just say Larry Brown or coaches like that would get people get you over the hump for these teams that's right there. I believe get you one of them old coaches. I believe that they'll get you over the hump before you go keep getting these other guys and firing them in a couple years. What you about to say, Mastermind? Before we move along.
I was trying to think of a good old school coach that kind of fit that criteria.
Yeah, I'm just giving an example. It's more than that. I'm just giving that Larry
I can't
Brown
really
an
think of
example.
nobody right now. But what y'all think about giving old Rick Mahorn a shot?
I give the Lambert before I give
Lambert.
it.
I'll say, yeah,
I give the Lambert before I give it to Rick
Lambert.
I ain't
Mahone.
think about Lambert, but yeah, Rick Mahorn,
Yeah.
nah, I wouldn't do that. But what about your boy? Especially with the style, if they trying to do it, your man that you always talk about from Houston, D'Antoni, just to kind of get the boys up and running. I mean, you might
Yeah, D'Antoni would be a good coach to get any offense up and running.
at least
I
get them
think.
up and running. You got Ivy already running up and down the
See,
court.
I'm
Blind.
glad you're down there thinking. You woke, baby.
Yeah, I woke today, baby. Oh,
I D'Antoni, because D'Antoni got bad defensive practice.
no,
And I don't need
that's why I bring in the assistant.
I don't
coach
need
into
none
that
of them.
part.
I don't need none of that rubbing off on these
But
boys.
these boys can't even. They
Isaiah
can't.
Stewart being a
they-
little
but I'm just
physical.
saying-
D'Antoni gonna have him out there just
But what?
threes.
But right now, these boys can't even score or run the system.
Right.
At least they'll be happy scoring at will and running the system. Then, like you say, once you get using anybody, then get D'Antoni out of here, and then. But because right now you getting all these #1 picks, and they just out there hooping like they outside right. You know what I'm saying?
See, the vet coach that really fit the criteria, Sacramento got him.
Brown.
Yeah.
Yep.
But see, Brown, it was good for him that he went over there to the Sacramento system, and then other
he
little
had
places that he went to. And then remember when Steve Kerr got hurt, they left him the team for
Right.
a while, like how he did with Luke Longley.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, Luke Wharton. and you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. We'll see now that it's because Ben Walker.
And
was
don't
second
forget,
too.
yep,
Yep.
So basically, they and that's another thing.
that's the
People,
same team.
that's
Basically.
another thing. They know how to run that offense probably already because Walk was over there.
Over there.
Right.
That's another thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Ain't
saying.
nothing
So
to it.
that's probably why they looking like running
Playbook
like
ain't too much
like
change.
that
Yeah.
or a machine running like that because they already had that offense over there.
Don't forget, go put your bid in at over there with Toronto coach too now.
Oh, Nick
Yeah,
Nurse.
Nurse.
Nurse said he won't out of
Trying
there.
to play it off and say it all. He
Yeah, I
trying to
know.
do the what's the
I
college
need to
coach
walk
name?
away for a
From
minute.
Florida, what's your
Yeah, I
man
need to
name?
step down. I need to step down.
Yeah,
Health condition.
yeah.
My health condition is bad. Yeah.
Oh, you
My health
talking about
condition is
Urban
bad. I need
Meyer?
to step
Yeah,
down.
Urban Myers. Myers, man,
Right.
you know what I mean? But hey,
That's a good way to get out of there,
there
though.
you go, baby. Yeah, help you get your fired and on wherever you want to do anything. Blame your health, you can go anywhere. FMA, anything. You say you quit, resign, get fired, come back. Yeah, that help a bad joint.
Oh man.
Yeah, so let's move along. The finalists are in. Who should win the NBA MVP? Young P.
Let's go and beat. Let's go and beat. I thought about this for a while. The reason why I won't go with Giannis, you sat out a few too many games. Even though you still a killer when you come in, you sat out a few too many games. But I think Embiid kind of sold me even more once I started watching the playoffs and he take handling that double team like a month. Don't get me wrong though,
We
Jokic.
need to check the tape. I think you said Giannis the last time, but
Sounds about right.
Let's go Embiid. I don't know what I said the last time. The tape.
That's one thing, P.
We gonna have to run. We gonna have to run the tape back and
He
just to
back
make
there
sure.
saying anything.
it's not that hard to read my paper to say Embiid. I know that.
No, all of those, we're gonna have to run that tape back because you know P 2 times might have said both names. I don't know.
Hey, not ready to get yourself out of there.
Nado came all to the forefront. Now the truth is out. You only throw two out there, so you won't be wrong, huh?
I'm never wrong, baby. I'm never wrong.
What you got to say, Wilfred?
Uh, yeah, I want to say Embiid. I want to go with Embiid. I'm Giannis. Yeah, Embiid. Let's get Embiid one flat out. Let's just get Embiid one.
You don't feel like
Everybody else
still
won
doing his
twice.
thing?
Everybody won too, right?
I'm saying you don't feel like Jokic is doing his thing though.
No, he's all three of them. Giannis doing his thing. The Joker doing his thing, Embiid. But I think Giannis and the Joker won too, right?
They already won.
Mhm.
Yeah, they won one apiece.
Well,
don't
let's
think
get
Giannis-
Embiid one.
Yeah, Joker's one too.
Yeah, I know Joe.
Yeah.
Giannis got two.
Giannis got two.
Yeah.
I think his was back to back. So yeah, let's get Embiid one.
What you got to say down there, Mastermind?
Easy. This one ain't that hard. Embiid.
Embiid.
Yeah, this one Embiid. He
Mm.
just looked too dominant. I ain't saying that Giannis don't look dominant on the defensive end, but Embiid looked dominant, like a different type of dominant on the defensive end. Like I said, I said this a long time ago, and it's looking like it's starting to come to fruition. He is looking like he's about to be the next Hakeem Olajuwon. That's what he's looking like. He's
Yeah,
looking
all
like
the
he got
moves.
everything that Hakeem had. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because he can do it all, and ain't nothing that he can't like. You know.
Right. Yeah, like you say, it's unanimous with the Embiid, but I think they're just me. I think they should have MVP awards for the regular season, the playoffs, and then the finals. I think they should have something in all three. Because sometimes it's not the superstar really that's always winning and taking you there. And it's just them, the role players be stepping up, and some of them need their accolades and recognition too, instead of just the finals or something kicking in and you basically giving it to the superstar. But in some of them other rounds, I believe they can get their little recognition or whatever. Go
A
ahead,
fine
Mastermind.
example of that is Malik Monk. You
Yeah.
better give him his accolades too, because he's
Yeah.
doing his thing.
Yeah.
Really, that Kentucky connection over there in Sacramento is
Yeah.
doing their thing.
Nice
You know
way
what
to
I'm
bring
saying?
that up too, Master.
That's a good one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they got Lyles. There's a couple of them.
Yeah,
boys.
that's what I say. That Kentucky connection is making it
They
happen.
got that college atmosphere
Yeah,
over there
yeah,
running like
yeah.
that. They go over there. They just
Having fun
they
with
like
it.
they're in Kentucky.
Yeah,
You know what
having
I'm
fun
saying?
with it.
Yeah.
They lighting the beam, baby. Light the
Yeah.
beam.
Yeah, that's what it is. So that's unanimous. Anything else on that?
Draymond, don't let them beat you, because this could be your days
Y'all
is
don't
over.
think that they might throw a little salt in the game, or is Embiid?
I think it's Embiid hands down.
And Beeb hands down. And Beeb, they especially now that they see in the beginning, it's not out, but the beginning of the playoffs, and they double teaming like that. I believe that's gonna make it even easier for them to give it to him.
Yeah, I think that's what's
Yeah.
gonna make it easier. Yup.
hmm Should the Dallas Mavericks have been fined for tanking 750K? Starting off with you, Mastermind.
No. Because if that's the case, you might as well go to the Pistons. You might as well go to San Antonio. You might as well go to all the teams that's in the lower tier. All of them was tanking. Washington, everybody. You know what I'm saying? So why just pick them out of it? Just because it's a big name, Kyrie and Luca. Don't forget, Bradley Beal, he gets super max money and he sit out whenever he want to. So don't nobody say nothing about him. So don't say nothing about them.
Cool Breeze.
I'm gonna say no. A la what Mastermind said, you might as well find any team that didn't make the playoff. But
Yeah.
piggybacking off of Mastermind, because I'm not too familiar what's going on, but if they do decide to do some type of crazy play-in tournament, make that tournament be for the teams that's not going to make the playoffs. So that way, that tournament, you're gonna fight to get the number one position. It'll be interesting, in my opinion.
But they already got it up, talking about 500,000 for the champion. And
Oh, right. You talking
I've
about
got
What you got,
the
Young P? What you got?
mid-season game? Oh, okay. You know what? I'm gonna echo their sentiments on this one. I feel like Philly, you should have been fined Philly years ago. If that's how you feeling, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't. I mean,
They
you
should've
can't,
made a name for it.
unless you're gonna let this be a precedence that you're gonna do going forward, which I doubt if they're gonna do. I think they just people made a fanfare about them two sitting out that last game when they had a potential, but it's like, look, this season over with. Let me just sit these stars down. We why even play with ourselves? So I think no, don't even do the seven. You shouldn't even find them, and just keep it moving. This ain't the first team that's gonna do it. They ain't gonna be the last team to tank.
Quick, not before we change subjects.
Right.
Guess who fined him? And I didn't know he's like the president or whatever that is that was allowed to find Joe Dumars.
Dumars. Yeah, he the president of the NBA. Shit, vice president.
It's like,
You can believe that.
yeah, I'm like, dude,
Yeah, he
But
like
yeah.
second in command for the
I
NBA.
say find them all. Find all of them. Find all the bottom teams who trying to tank at the end. Find all the teams who trying to tank for the play-in games. All of that. Find them all, and then you will solve all of that. So that's like what's name just tanked the didn't Golden State or the Lakers somebody just tanked to play
They said the
somebody.
Lakers, yeah, the Lakers.
Yeah, then they
Man, I
tanked-
feel like the Lakers. You kept sitting talking about AD can't play back-to-back games. That's a version of tanking to me, almost a little bit.
They said that they tanked it, to get their spot. So
Well,
like I say, find them all.
now since we know Joe got some pull, baby, hey, Joe, I need you to do me one favor.
right?
Let us win the Wimbenyama sweepstakes, Joe. Show us some love in the D.
So let me ask y'all this then, since y'all did throwing Joe out there under the bus real quick, should he find Draymond?
No.
Okay.
Draymond's getting fined because of his name. Draymond
I
is
wouldn't
the
find
Rasheed
Draymond.
Wallace.
I wouldn't find Draymond.
He's
If
the
anything,
Rasheed Wallace.
I lean more towards finding some bonus for trying to twist that ankle.
That ankle. That's like how they play football. You run, and
Right.
you can twist that ankle.
Draymond is the Rasheed Wallace. He's getting fined and suspended.
Suspended.
Yeah.
So basically, they don't want Warriors in it no more. Huh?
No, don't
I
do that to
think
him
you're
again.
saying,
Don't do that again.
Breeze.
Do not do that, NBA. Do not do that what you did to them when they faced Cleveland. Do
See
not
how-
suspend
see how
this
much
man
he
and stop the
keep
whole
focusing on slow motion, him stumping his chest.
But even looking at
Great stump, Draymond.
Right.
You did him like after school.
But my question, how you supposed to get loose? if
Big
somebody on
fold,
your foot?
big fold stump, big fold stumped him, baby.
How you supposed to get loose if somebody got your foot in the head?
Yeah, you supposed to
Exactly.
come right down on that rib cage and that gut.
Because he really could have came down scandalous. It was like he just
could've.
did a little push off. He ain't really just enforcing.
So the media,
Right.
the media blowing it out of proportion.
cave that chest in.
Well, since we up here UFC and talking about stumping and fighting and doing all that, we got something good for you. Here go a good fight for you. Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia. And I'm going to start this right back with Mastermind.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is now hard for me to say. I'm going with the tank. That's what I'm going with. I'm going with Gervonta. I have seen that chin of Ryan Garcia ain't the strongest. He has been down and got back up, though. So get me wrong. He have been down. He has been man down. And for those who don't know,
Shots fired, man, down.
he has been man down. And look out. The
Ooh.
only thing now, I'm gonna give one twist to it.
Don't get hit with that.
If Ryan Garcia keep that jab out there
Yeah, got to.
and set you up for that dangerous closer that he got, might be a little problem for
My
Tank.
little problem. What you got, Cool Breezy?
I'm gonna switch it up a little bit because I know the panel going with Tank. I'm gonna say Garcia, baby. Like Mastermind said, he gonna set him up. He gonna set him. He gonna throw that jab out there all night, all night, all night. You know, hopefully he move around a little bit, don't get hit. He gonna set Tank up with that 1-2. So I'm switching it up. 'Cause I know all three of y'all gonna go with Tank, so I'm throwing it out there, a little something different.
I ain't mad at that for trying to be different. Everybody sometimes got to be different, but I'm not. Tank, you winning. I'm not even finna play with you and try to be different and all of that kind of stuff. I do think Garcia is probably punching speed is a little bit faster than Tank, but I'm like Mastermind. Can you take that power? And I think that power, that uppercut in the end is gonna end up hurting Garcia. I don't think he gonna realize how strong that boy Tank is, and that's what he gonna find out the hard way. This boy's stronger than he thought.
You say what?
I say, I'm going with Tank.
Tank. Oh no, I thought you
Yes,
said
sir.
something. Yeah, I really haven't seen Garcia get on, to be honest. But I see that the young man, what, 5'11", something like that. What, Tank 5'5". All I can say is stand behind that jab, baby.
Mhm.
Stand behind it. If you then when y'all get a little close and hey, you gotta let him go before he let his go and get back. Let yours go and get back, or you know what I'm saying, get yours off, or let the ref break it up, whatever. After you done jabbed him or y'all hold, you gotta do something. But you gotta keep that jab out there in his face, but don't keep it out there too long. We can come under there and break that rib cage open, baby.
Yes, sir. And that's what he
So yeah, like I
especially
said, you
for.
gotta snap that jab out and bring it right back, cause he will go underneath and rattle something. So, like I say, all I can do is say, man, stay your distance until you see them openings and keep hitting with some haymakers or something. And hopefully, you can do something. But don't let him get up in there on you, and and don't let him get to, getting to measuring you with his stepping in, so he can measure you with his length and where he gonna strike at. So, hey, if you got to make it boring to win the belt, that's what you better do, homeboy. Other than that, he gonna knock that ass out. I'm going with Tank though to answer that.
Just watch out for that either overhand left or that right uppercut. Is one of them that's his signature punch.
Yeah, y'all have to tell me about. You know what I'm saying. I'm not.
I'm not taking
much
nothing
on
away.
it.
I'm not
too
taking
much
nothing
on
away
it.
from Ryan. Ryan Garcia is nice, but I think that this might be out of his pay grade right here.
If you don't brawl, you might can go the distance too. If you don't brawl, don't sit up there and get knocked out, baby. Yeah. You got something else to say on that young P Cool Breeze? Anybody?
I think, like you said, I think Tank just gonna have to use a little bit of defense because them flurries gonna be coming from Garcia because he quick with the punches, so
okay.
gonna have to have a little defense, to kind of block some of them, let them hit the gloves, the shoulder.
And he's strong too. Now I ain't gonna lie,
But I think Tank is a little bit stronger though. But he do got the height advantage, like you said. Ice, he got the. You know what I'm saying? That reach.
He gonna have to stand behind and snap hard, bring it back, stick and move. You know what I'm saying? Don't come step back, step sideways. You know what you gotta do. You a fighter, so you want to win that money. Don't brawl. Or if you do, get yours and get your ass out the way. Moving along. What you think about the soccer player putting everything in his? Excuse me. What you think about the soccer player putting everything in his mother's account? Starting off with you, Cool Breeze.
Yeah, I think couple things. He listened to Big Timers a lot. What's that song? Manny Fresh and them.
Yes, sir.
It's my pimped out Gucci suit. But no, it just goes to show that there's a hood in every America, not in every America, in all across the world. There's a hood because only hood people know about putting stuff in their mama's name. That's all I got to say. It's a hood all across the world. That's it.
What you got to say, young P?
I love it. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna lie. I done heard some horror stories of people getting when they get divorced and stuff like that. Like Will Smith back in the day had to give his ex-wife like 30-something million plus another 100,000 a month plus a couple cars, and it gets out of control sometimes. So I definitely love it. My only question did he do it because he was just trying to outfox his wife, or is it because of that alleged, that alleged rape that's on his name, and that he fighting that rape case allegedly? You know what I'm saying? So he might have did it on some, not even about the
Probably
wife.
both.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, probably maybe being a little bit of both, but either way, like I said, alleged or whatever. But I love it. Ingenious way to be smart, baby.
His mother's idea.
Even better. Mom's looking out for you. That's what moms do. Always till it's
You
over
gotta
with.
remember, he young. I think she like 31. He was like 19, something. I forget the age, but I know she's 11 years old. And he
Yeah.
might be 22 now, and she, 33
Yeah.
or something like that or whatever. But
Yeah. So it definitely was a smart move. I love it. Love it. Way to,
and
you know what I'm saying? Because
then
I
he
think she
young.
thought she had a payday coming. She thought because I think what he get $1 million a month.
Like I say,
Yeah.
the mom probably did it because, like you say, he young.
Yeah.
He was young. He young. Mom probably, so who knows? I don't know what you got to say about that, Mastermind.
The other man said it best.
Was that?
Pure alternated genius. Shout out to the da man.
All right.
That's what that was, baby. And then piggybacking on you too, no. He was listening to the big time. Had to be.
Well, my thing is this also, was you with me or was you with the money? Like you say,
A lot of times they be with the
yeah, he
money.
was only a young man. Then, I don't know how long you was married. Then, you hollering out you won't have, so just say if it threw you a couple million or something, but you know what I'm saying? You asked for half and this, that. So the moms, women know women. The mom probably seen it and said, baby, I'm gonna do it. Let's do it this way or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? They're
Say
like
mom, say
they're like
cover.
Cool Breezy say, is a hood all over the world, not just America, all over the world. You gotta remember a lot of growing up, a lot of mothers hell shit, they was putting kids' name in light bills and
right.
water bills and yeah, everything. So hey, this how this game work.
So using social security numbers to work
You know what
for
I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
him.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Type of
you
stuff
know when
going
it,
on,
when
man.
it so the mom probably did tell them because when it comes to a lot of all of this, y'all know who the scheme masters is. You know what I mean? I didn't say nothing. I just said scheme master. Y'all know who it is. I didn't get no specific nothing. I'll let y'all man come up with that.
Man, what if it started all of a sudden you start looking up all these superstars, start switching that shit over? Ooh.
Right.
But look though, that's just like how they said Trump and everything. Basically, that's just putting yours in the trust.
Trust fund.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
a trust.
Trust fund.
That's what he basically did. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's all that was. So hey, like you say, we all learn something every day.
Yes,
You know
sir.
what I mean? In order to keep that money or to, you know what I'm saying, or to enhance anything in life, knowledge or anything, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna learn something every day, So that's just how it is. Anything else before we move along?
Nah.
That's it. Last question of the day. Bam, let's get it in. Will the Dana White success story continue with the new Smack League? WWF or NWA? Starting off with you, Cool Breeze.
Say NWA. Far as a wrestling standpoint, NWA. They had them all before WWE. I mean, WWE had the backing of the big corporation, but TNT, before we know what it is now with Burt, with Ernie and Shaq and all them, TNT came out with that. That was their whole Thursday night, Friday night, Raw, whatever you want to call it. You had Road Warriors. You had Jake the Snake. You had man, some of everybody. And let's not forget Ric Flair, baby. Saying so,
Yeah, I was on that.
NWA.
Yeah, I was on that. What you got to say, Mastermind?
Well, I'm gonna answer both questions kind of at one time. Okay, the success of the series, the Smack series, I don't think Dana White gonna have that success like he had with UFC. And then who I like better, the WWF or the NWA? I think I'm gonna go with I hate to say it. I gotta go with Jimmy Superfly Snooker, baby. I gotta go back with that era. Even though I know that the Road Warriors and all of them was my man, it's just that something about that one era. Because before it was even popular, it was a guy called Bob Backlund that was the champ, baby. The Iron Sheik, the great Kabukis. There's a lot of guys over there, so I had to kind of go with that. That's all. That was kind of straight to the point, even though my heart is really with the NWA, though.
To NWA.
Yeah.
What you got, Young P?
I'm kind of like Mastermind. I'm kind of answer it twofold like this. I think the slap league part, I think it's a novelty niche type situation. I don't know how long it's gonna last or how many people gonna even want to see it. I think they only playing the strikers like $2,000 or $3,000 in the actual league. I think maybe top tier, maybe 10. I just don't see it lasting long term. I think eventually it's gonna play out some kind of way. So I don't think he's gonna have that much success. He's gonna have some, but not no UFC type success. And then I ain't gonna even lie until he started saying some names. I didn't even remember the NWA. So I was definitely going with WWE, WWF because I just couldn't even remember that league even being around. I thought he was talking about the NWO. I had to ask a few questions on it for a second. He went all the way back talking about the National Wrestling Alliance. I'm like, man, I don't even remember that. So just on the strip, I don't even remember it. I gotta go WWE.
Yeah, he went with the fake guy.
I like to be entertained, baby.
On the my bad. I thought that was all one question in one. My bad, Mastermind.
Yep.
Yeah. I would go with Dana White's success story. I would say I think it's gonna continue because I haven't seen him. You know, if he failed or something yet. He probably did. I just don't know about it. But I think he, especially with this sports or whatever, I think he got something up his sleeve. He got something entertaining that the people might want to see. Probably, I think he already got a following that so they'll try it out first. So he just got to keep them captured. You know what I'm saying? And not that I know that this is not all. I put it all in one. I thought it was something different about Dana White trying to have something like the WWF or the NWA. That's what I thought. But now to answer that like that, I'm going with Ricky Flair, baby. Ric Flair all day. You know what I'm saying? You gotta remember, they had what? Sting, Lex Luger.
Yeah, all
They
that.
had the dogs. You know what I mean?
Before they all went.
Four
Before they.
horsemen over.
Yep. Before they all went over to the
Yeah,
WWE.
Yeah.
who was that? Hogan?
Andre the Giant, yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what made them was your man, the bad guys. You got to like Roddy Piper and the
Yes,
crew.
sir.
You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Cowboy Bob Orton and all them
Yes, sir.
boys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you remember,
I'm gonna let my man take you back for a lot. My man can take you back for a lot. You want to hear so you want to tell him a couple of things?
Ravisher Rick Rude, baby.
Oh, no. We
That's
was
where
like
Ricky
that.
Steamboat came
You
from.
know what
man.
I'm saying?
But isn't Dana White buying?
But that's what
WWE?
made the boys with
Yeah.
when your boy Piper when he whipped a man on there, hollering out roots and everything.
Oh yeah, when
Piper,
Mr. T. When he whooped Mr. T around
Oh,
WrestleMania.
yeah, Mr. T.
Piper and all
I'm
that.
gonna tell you what
Well,
let me tell you what made that.
British Bulldogs and all
That boy,
that.
your boy, what's his name? Paul, Mr. Wonderful Orndorff.
Yeah.
Remember he,
Hogan, you like
remember he power drive Jimmy Snooker on the concrete. Moved back. Moved it back.
And what about remember he came down with what's that came down with the bell on his neck, Jake the Snake.
Oh yeah, forgot all about Jack the Snake.
Yeah.
The Iron Sheik.
Remember they invited
The Iron Sheik.
remember they invited Jimmy Snooker to Piper's Pit. He had to set up like the jungle to hit him upside the head with the coconut.
Hey.
You going way, man.
Hey, this boy here tell you about the
Tell you,
thing. I
man.
know about it too, so I ain't gonna front on it. But
Yeah.
this man here tell you back about the joints.
Mm.
And great show, fellas. And that's how we gonna end the show.
Yes, sir.
On some Ric Flair thing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Only an R and S.